देर में हम लोग पूरा अपना सेशन शुरू करेंगे। तब तक मैं थोड़ा सा जो कल हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया उसके बारे में रिकैप कर देते हैं। हमने शिव के ये सावन का जो महीना है, मास है, इसके लिए भगवान शिव की क्या महिमा है, उनका परम प्रिय महीना है ये मास है ये, और क्यों, ये सब डिस्कस किया था। हमने ये भी डिस्कस किया था कि क्या इस महीने में करना चाहिए और क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या चीज़ें अच्छी रहती हैं और किस प्रकार से हम इस महीने में देवशायनी की एकादशी के बाद जब सावन का महीना आता है तो डायरेक्टली हम शिवा के एनर्जी से कनेक्ट करते हैं और किस प्रकार से हम शिव जी का असीम कृपा इसको हम इस महीने में रिसीव कर सकते हैं। वी हैड डिस्कस्ड हाउ आफ्टर देवशायनी एकादशी Savan comes, and Savan is Shivji's most favorite month, and how everything that we can do today, in this month, actually can help us raise our vibrations to a much higher plane. It immediately impacts. There is a reason for the next 4 months. Everything we do has more impact on our energy body than any other month, and that is why symbolically we say that it is Shivji's most favorite month. हम केवल एक पूरे समुदाय को, पूरी पॉपुलेशन को ये समझाना चाहते हैं कि हाँ, यदि हम इस टाइम पे अच्छे कर्म करते हैं तो उसका फल हमको ज़्यादा मिलता है, क्योंकि शिव जी डायरेक्टली हमसे लिंक्ड है। इट्स बिकॉज आवर consciousness at this time, our subconsciousness at this time is more profound, and there is plenty of evidence for that. So we had discussed that yesterday. We also discussed the do's and the don'ts. So we said, do everything that helps you to increase your vibrations rather than deplete it. We're looking to merge with the Parampita Paramatma. We're looking to merge with the Shiva energies. And that means that we are taking our vibrations to that higher plane where we leave behind the third dimensional plane. We're talking of soul ascension here. I spoke of how away from the Maya, our main reason to be here on this plane is to be able to gain soul ascension. I've been saying that to all my students for a while. एंड अभी थोड़ी देर में जब हम स्टार्ट करेंगे महाशिवपुराण, तो हम एक छोटे से मेडिटेशन के साथ स्टार्ट करेंगे, एक छोटे से कनेक्शन के साथ, ओम के कनेक्शन के साथ, विद आवर ब्रेथ, उसके साथ स्टार्ट करेंगे, एंड देन वील टेक इट फॉरवर्ड। आई एम वेटिंग फॉर माई को होस्ट टू जॉइन इन. दे शुड बी हियर इन अनदर 5 or 10 minutes. Till then, we will talk about what all we are going to be doing in this Maha Sadhna of Maha Savan, AdhikMaas. So we are following. First thing that we'll be doing is to be reading through the entire Maha ShivPuran in the next 51 days. Now we did one day yesterday, where we covered the entire preface of 44 pages, and from today onwards the actual Maha ShivPuran starts. तो ये हमारा प्रथम अध्याय का इस वाली किताब में से, गीता प्रेस गोरखपुर, मैंने इसके बारे में बताया था कि प्लीज़ इसमें इन्वेस्ट कीजिए. This is only 325 rupees, which is barely any money, but it brings such positive vibrations to your home, to your house. It it literally corrects the vastu of the house. So which whether you want to call it feng shui or whether you want to call it chi, the bottom line is that your vibrations, the house vibrations, would increase tremendously when you add any such high vibration, high wisdom text, ancient text to your household. And of course, reading them on a daily basis is another story altogether that has very huge, profound impact on us. Other than that, today what we're going to be discussing, or on every day what we'll be discussing, is the at least one mantra or stotram or a part of stotram which is associated with Shivji, or we will be discussing during this course of 52 days. We will also be discussing the value and importance of Mangal Gauri Vrat, which happens during Savan. We usually have 4 Tuesdays to do that, but this time we have 8. We'll also have 7 or 8 Savan Somvars. Usually we have 4 Savan Somvars. Now we'll have 7 or 8 Savan Somvars, and we'll also talk about, this will not be today, this will be on consecutive days like tomorrow and day after. Every day we pick up one extra special topic and continue with our study of the Maha ShivPuran. Okay. And also we will be discussing how Savan Somvars are more powerful. Like I said, everything we do during Savan, the karmic impact of that on our vibrations is much higher, because the access to our energy bodies and higher consciousness, the line begins to thin, okay, and it continues to thin out up until the Maas of Kartik or Halloween, okay, when the veil completely thins out, and then we have complete access to the higher planes and also our ancestors. So at this moment in Savan mantra, Savan month, we actually start with maximum amount of access to Shiva post the Devshayani Ekadashi. Okay, the material world has become less important. You will see that the whole nature goes into abundance phase. Every one of its organisms is multiplying at a much higher rate, right? More and more people, more and more species, you will find, not people, nature in general goes into a multiplying, fertilizing state. It becomes the most fertile state of nature. So more and more souls are coming into the planet at this time, and this is the time where we can really multiply our karma as well, to help with the increase in our vibration. So it is definitely my most humble and heartfelt request to all of you to watch, to become conscious of whatever choices you make, in how you think, in what you think, किस चीज़ में आप अपना दिल दिमाग लगा रहे हैं, उसका आप conscious रहिए, उसका ध्यान कीजिए, to become more conscious of what you want for other people, what you say about other people. So what are the things which are keeping you occupied? What thoughts are keeping you occupied? What are the thoughts that you invoking in you? Plus, what are you wanting? And what are your actions and what are your choices? Make sound choices when it comes to what you eat, what you drink, what you wear, okay? How you keep yourself, how healthy and how hygienic you keep yourself. And hygiene is also in the mind, is also in the heart, okay? Health is also in the mind, it's also in the heart. It starts with the health of the heart and heart of the mind, of your emotions, okay? So keep everything hygienic, okay? Try and contact the purest part of yourself, okay, so that you can concentrate on the purest part and the highest vibration of yourself. Look for high vibrations, emotionally. We'll talk about that also one day, once we, in the middle of various Shiva, these things that we'll be doing, okay. Let me also send in the hand to Charu. Yes, I'm just also inviting my co-hosts. They should have been here by now. Okay, so this is what we spoke of yesterday. Today, what are we going to speak? We're going at sharp 9. We will start with the Panchakshari Shiva mantra, and before that, we will do a small, very little meditation to help you connect with the mantra Om, as well as your breath with mantra Om, and then we would be starting off our session, right? And also the Maha ShivPuran. Okay, and so what at sharp 9 we will start discussing how the most common Shiva mantra, which is everybody I'm sure is going to say Om Namah Shivaya, is what is it that it donates, what does it mean, and what is it that we're saying wrong, because that is not the correct mantra, by the way. Okay, and so we'll discuss what is the correct mantra, the way to pronounce it, and if you're wanting to pick up a jap of Shiva, yes, it is the most prevalent, easiest, happiest japa to do, but what is the right way of doing it? So we'll discuss that as well. What is the right, correct mantra, how to do it right, and then on we will go on with our hi Ruchi, I've been waiting for you. I don't know if you need me to co-host, to add you as the co-host, or would you be able to add yourself, because I already sent you an invite on both Facebook as well as Insta. Right, so the idea is to utilize these 52 days. Usually they say, it takes 40 days to become accustomed to an habit. Okay, why 42 days? Let me just also elaborate on that while we're at it. It takes exactly 44 days, 40 to 44 days for every single cell in our body to completely change into a new one. Okay, so if today 1/40th or 1/44th of our cells are dying off and new cells are being formed in their place, the whole body will completely change itself by the end of the 44th day or 40 days. Excuse me for that. And why is it that it is important that we do the right thing or at the right time? Because every time a cell is being formed, you can actually change the structure. Sorry about that. You can